Hi Dirty Mutters, welcome back to another episode here at DMW. Last time I had the GU at the Springs for the Breast Cancer Awareness Weekend, we had some issues with the rear locker going in. Lucas was kind enough to let us have his workshop to fix the GU ready for this weekend. The Y62 versus the world. You got tools or need to get them off the back?
No, we've got everything here.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of people here going to heckle me, I think.
Yeah.
Don't do that. What have you done, Chief?
Well, I'm sick and tired of the rear locker not engaging. And these guys in the 62s are giving me heaps. Like, obviously my 62's done a lot of work and it's a bit, the tyres are a bit shagged. That's what I'm using the excuse, and 500 kilo constants doesn't walk as well. So that's why I bought this one. I've got to show them up, but I'm getting smoked. That Luke, he's giving me the and 𝗕𝗢𝗚𝗟𝗓, he may as well just go home back to South Australia. It is 10 to 10 at night. And this is what? We're going to pull the locker apart, the diff apart, the whole working together. Lucas knows what he's doing, like does these things all the time for people. Knows it like the back of his hand, but it's still probably 3 hours. We're looking at a 1 o'clock finish, if everything goes well. I don't know if people know a bit too much about Lucas out there. Obviously, he's owned the Springs Park for nearly 12 months now. But Lucas had different other things going on in life with businesses. But you started out at ARB, didn't you?
Yeah,
you did your apprenticeship there. So these ARB lockers and like you don't just froth four-wheel drives. You're just a gun mechanic as well. So when you come here to the Springs four-wheel drive park, you don't just get someone who knows how to wheel to teach you, an awesome property. But if you break your car, you got the man here that knows all these things about the vehicles. You know, and he can fix it lickety-split as well. I'm sure there's a bit of a charge that gets you home maybe, but you can get it fixed right here at the Springs. How mad is that?
It's pretty cool, man.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you something else that we do too. We carry a whole list of parts. So even if you break it out there, we've got the parts, quick sticks. We'll get it fitted, get you fixed up, get you back on the tracks, and you can enjoy the rest of your weekend and make it home.
That's amazing. And I've got a little bet on, I reckon I've probably twisted an axle. What do you reckon?
Mate, if you haven't, you've got to have twisted. Mate, it's got to be within an inch of its life, I'm sure.
Yeah, but what are we going to do? Can I have your axles that you just bought for yours?
You know how long it took me to find that?
I know, you just told me this before. I'm like, Ripper, he's got spare axles.
I'll tell you what, we'll pull it out.
Yeah.
How much do you reckon it's twisted?
Oh, I don't drive it real hard, only a little bit.
I reckon there's going to be at least 3 mil deviation in that spline. 3 mil.
That much?
3 mil.
I'm not that hard on the gear.
Has anyone seen you drive it up here at Hill?
I'm sure they have.
You go, I haven't got lockers, Lucas. Doesn't matter, mate. I've got 4th gear. On the soot, and off you go. Reuben rev.
Yeah, but it's I don't know, it's so much fun. Right, I suppose we get into it. 3 hours. It's nearly 10 o'clock.
Yeah, righto. Let's do it.
If you had smell-o-vision, the smell of diff oil, it is revolting.
Axles are twisted.
I can't believe he did that. But yeah, have a look at all that metal. Look at all that goo in there. It looks real healthy. Luckily he's got some axles for me.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if I can part with it, but I do have some 4.6 diff gears sitting there for a rear.
You do?
I do. We've got everything, mate.
Oh,
coming up.
just come to the Springs.
come, I'll show you.
Have a go at that. What's wrong with this centre?
So that's nothing. It's a 4.6, 2.8 GU Patrol diff centre, LSD.
Oh, LSD. That's
Yeah.
no good to me.
No.
I just wanted to swap it over.
Yeah.
I'll give it back to you on Monday.
Yeah, we take the... Oh, yeah. It won't look like that, I'm sure. But no, we can take the crown and pinion out of this panel and put your ARB...
They look brand new.
Yeah, they came out of a car that was a grandpa spec car.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, so they're
Hasn't been treated badly by Lucas.
No, it's never been in one of Lucas's cars. That's why I've got a spare though, because chances are it's going to need to go into one of Lucas's cars.
Well, the reason why Lucas bought axles because his are really twisted. So it's not just Reuben.
Yeah.
So what other parts do you stock?
Mate, we got CV axle sets for Hilux.
Yeah.
We got axle CV sets for Land Cruiser. Freewheeling hubs for Toyotas, Land Cruisers.
How about that?
Patrols, radiators, control arms, steering arms. Like the list goes on, mate.
You've got more parts than Repco here. Worth the drive.
Tyler's smoking us there. I hope you're quicker on the hill drags than you are at changing axles.
Well, I was always told that if you stayed and watched, it actually cost you more. So, see you later, mate.
I haven't even wiped the oil off my arm.
Oh, hear about this. He's just whinging about the oil that's leaking out of the locker line.
Have a go at it.
It's all over his hand.
Have a look at this. It's an air locker, not an oil locker.
So what's your prediction? Is it the seal still, or is there a piece of gear gone through something?
No, the gears can't really go through the seals. The only way the seals can get damaged is obviously wear and tear, or the housing's like split, like it's like detrimental. But if it's done that, you wouldn't be driving it. Okay. So it'll just be seals. But what we'll do, like this line will be chock-a-block full, so we'll just turn the locker on.
Yeah.
And it'll just, like it'll flush that line.
Yeah.
And I'll throw a bit of
But we've done that numerous times today. It hasn't helped.
No, that's because it's still getting fed the oil back.
Yeah.
So with this disconnected, we'll turn it on and this will just pump.
Yeah.
The compressed air out of there, clean the line. We'll pull the line off at the solenoid at the other end. Throw a bit of brake cleaner in there.
Okay.
Plug it back in, turn it back on again, and it'll really flush it clean. Get rid of all this nonsense.
It's the go.
And yeah, when we pull all the bulkhead fitting and stuff off the locker itself, we'll do the same at that end.
Okay.
Yeah, oil her all up, lube her all up, whack it all,
so you're
whack it
being
all back together.
extremely thorough. It's not just a throw-in job.
No. When it comes to ARB lockers, mate, you got to do them right, or I won't do them.
There you go.
No cowboy business here.
Only on the hill.
Only on the hill. Hold me Coke.
You know what I find really funny?
What?
Stand next to him.
Yeah.
What is with you hanging out with tall people?
I just got that, want to be a little bit bigger.
And it's people that work on your car that seem to be like 6 foot tall. And
yeah, I know. And they always have the hoist up way too high, and I still can't reach it. See? Still holding these blokes up. Look at it.
So, whoever's put this in last time has used silicone sealant. So sometimes they can be a real pest to break that seal. Factory, they just have a paper seal in there.
We're sharing drinks. He was whinging that I was hogging the orange one a bit too much. Luke has decided to give us, I don't know, these Reef Tip Drinks & Co. Australia Spice Rum, Pineapple Lime and Soda. And then what's the other one there, Tyler?
Ginger lime and soda.
Ginger, lime and soda. So, a ginger for a ginger.
Oh, what you two fairies are sucking on your ginger bloody delights over there.
I'll pull it in out. You're doing a fabulous job.
Yeah.
Have a crack at that.
Well, that's what it's trying to do.
Yeah. Is that going to last for the rest of?
Well, so what's happened? It's obviously point loaded on that mount surface where it mounts into the spline in here.
Yeah.
And that's what's caused that twist. But
wow,
it's as strong as it's ever going to be right now. But it's like super strong, and that's why they break, because they've got no give in the metal anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. So
just crawl it from now on.
Your guess is as good as mine when it's going to let go, but it will let go.
Well, this one's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a twist in it. It's only like 1 to 2 mil, 1.5 mil. But like that is definitely 5 mil.
What is that long side? So here we are. This is what it should look like, mate.
So what are you doing with this one?
Oh,
Man, this looks in good nick.
it's bloody beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, there's not even the slightest twist on those axles. You'd think they're new. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to take it off your hands. I want to see how long that will last.
Yeah, we'll chuck it in there, mate. It's all good.
Oh, legend.
That's actually, it's got battle axe written on it somewhere.
Oh, so this is going to make it even better.
This was for the battle axe, so this is, you know, it's status now, mate. We've got a battle axe axle in it.
Yeah, but you can have a legendary axle.
Oh, I've got plenty of those. That little bit of tooth that we found potentially could be off the tip of one of these or off the pinion down in there.
I'm going to say the gears don't look that bad.
She's brand spankers. So we'll get that rib, just hook it straight in, but lay it flat. That'll do. That shoulder just bloody nicely. Rock solid. Righto, we'll leave that with you, mate.
Looks like I'm driving the Suzuki for the rest of the weekend.
So first thing we want to do, just to give you a walkthrough how we rebuild these things, or you know, service them or what have you. First thing we need to do is make a note of what the existing backlash is.
Yeah.
So the backlash, hold the
Yeah.
pinion. You know, so we're just going to measure that backlash amount. So when we put it back in, it's where the teeth have already made their footprint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just find somewhere to. So it's pretty tight. It's pretty bloody tight.
New parts. Diff oil. This is a full tear down to it.
Well, I'm just wondering if maybe we should pull it down so we can have, because the way these work as well. So this is the front one out of the Pink Lady. The pinion fell forward and just gouged it out. But
oh, you want that on there? Yeah.
so the way this one works, it throws that gear forward.
Yeah.
So that gear latches hold of that gear.
Yeah.
When you turn the compressor on, so it shoots that bit forward.
Yeah.
And then that gear's obviously locked to the whole housing.
Yeah.
The way these work, they've got a big, like a hydro seal that sits in here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you've got one.
Yeah.
So that seal could be gone as well. So
yeah, that's what I'm worried about. If they are that hard,
yeah,
in there's probably going to be an issue.
So see that line, that hole just there.
Yeah.
When I blow this in here.
Oh, 𝗕𝗢𝗚𝗚𝗘𝗗.
Someone got excited.
Well, they spat it.
So something else to remember when you're pulling these apart.
Yeah.
Is these caps, these end caps, are machine fit perfect, you know, and they've already crushed the.
Should be witness market.
That's exactly what we should be doing.
Right.
And I've just had a look to see if whoever fitted this locker's done the right thing and witness marked it.
Have they?
And they have, see there. Two pin
Two,
punch
two.
marks, so we know exactly that one
Yep.
goes there, so that one can only go there.
Yeah. That's the go. You unscrew that?
Yep.
And
This,
yeah, don't worry about
you
that.
can't move them until you undo these anyway. So it'll be fine.
It just looked like that was half hanging out, that one. Just the way it's been set up.
Yeah. Well, we'll soon know, because when we pull this.
You're right if I was tall enough to actually see in. I'll have to get a step ladder. I'm on tippy toes, looking into me diff.
So these bearing cones too are married pairs.
Yeah.
So you got to try and remember which one come from where. Just FYI too, this diff's had a lot of moisture go through it too. See all this rust?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's been for a swing.
So they haven't put decent. Oh mate, they haven't put decent diff breathers on it.
Nope. It's the only real way to get them apart, is to get something in there. So, yeah, that's end caps all off. Let's have a look here. So the way this all works, that gear sits in there like this.
Yep.
And when it's open, this outside gear gets pushed back by all these little springs. So there's a series of those springs pushes that back. So there's a new version of that now too, like it's a wave spring, which I'll show you in a sec. So when it's open,
it just turns.
Works just like that. Yep.
Turns one axle.
Yep. And when you hit the locker, it shoots this bad boy out.
Yep. Picks up on the gear.
So it picks up half on this gear, which is the housing, and then picks up half on that gear.
Yep.
And locks it all together and makes it perform as one.
Yep.
But what's happened in this case, because the seals have hardened, because they're so old, well, because this is an old version, the seals have hardened. When it pushes this ring across to lock into that gear, it only just grabs the corner of the teeth.
But those teeth don't look like a flash.
No, so you see the back edge of the tooth, how square and like it's nice and machined and perfect.
Yep.
And you look at that side and it's all tapered off on the corners.
So that just, so is that usable?
No, it's absolutely roasted. So you've cooked the goose there, mate.
So
it's a pure result of maintenance. Like, you know, as soon as you see any oil coming out of those solenoids, air locker solenoids, that's a sure indication that there's oil getting past
instead of
the
what we
seals.
were doing, pulling it off and trying to blow the oil out and trying to free it all up, so I could actually get to use the locker. I should have probably just pulled the pin and not used the locker at all, or just not driven the car.
No, you can use the car. The beauty of an ARB air locker is when they're switched off, they're an open diff, so they perform perfectly fine on the road. So you can drive to, you know, the shop's back, whatever you want to do. But ultimately, the reason you've got a locker in is to lock those diffs.
Yeah, it's just a one-wheel appealer otherwise.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. And obviously a combination of the failure of that due to the oil that's all in the airline and it hasn't had enough pressure to lock it in to do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's been an open wheeler.
Yeah.
And with the old Reuben rev style that you have, my friend, it's shattered these planetary gears in here as well.
So we really need to get some planetary gears. Like, will it come as a kit or do I have to buy everything individually?
No, so it all comes as a kit from ARB. So I have literally just rebuilt the locker in the back of the battle axe for exactly the same reason. Yeah. So that's it. That's the other Duro seal that I was just pointing at before. But look at the oil in behind it.
Yeah, it's just
everywhere.
So that seal's buggered too.
Yeah, it's just flooded, absolutely flooded. But that, like, it's hard as. Like it's like an old fan belt on a HQ Holden or something, you know? So
what's that mean? Weekend's over for me.
Well, mate, as we've said before, here at the Springs, we carry parts far and wide for vehicles far and wide. And I've got an LSD centre that we can chuck in this bad boy, keep you going.
Yeah.
I'll get onto me mates at ARB Cooper's Plains and ARB Nunda.
Yep.
I'll order the parts. They might fly them in by chopper. I don't know. But we'll get them here as quick as we can.
With the pull you've got, Lucas, I wouldn't be surprised.
But we'll get them here as quick as we can, mate. I'll strip this locker down.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we'll get out and punish the guts out of the 61, mate. Show the 62s how it's done.
Yeah, absolutely. But I hope I don't flog the LSD out. But it shouldn't do.
But it's all good.
I'm not putting the locker in and out though, so it'll cop a bit of abuse, won't it?
Yeah, it'll take it.
Yeah.
It'll take it.
You should see this centre, folks. It is absolutely glorious.
It's full grandpa spec, like it's brand. It's like brand new. Yeah. But so that's your gear.
Yeah.
So the full set that I did on the battle axe there not long ago.
Yeah.
That's my gear. So you can see the difference. I've just tapered the corner off my gear, not the back side.
Have a look at that.
But yours is tapered off both sides and it's stepped. So that gear has really tried to do its job. But obviously without the pressure.
And that'd explain all the metal
Yeah,
the
the
diff
chunks.
as well.
Yeah, oh, and the chunks off the planetary
Yeah, but
gear.
like all the ground metal that's in there that you were
100%.
saying, like the salt and peppery type stuff,
Yeah,
maybe coming from all that, hey?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So, and this is the new wave spring.
So does that
design?
replace the other springs?
Yeah, I reckon we'll make that happen. I'll just have to confirm with ARB whether I can stick that in there or not.
Yeah.
But basically, that sits in there
Yeah.
instead of the little springs.
Well, that looks like it's got a hell of a lot more tension.
Yeah. So when you turn the locker off, that's what
Bang,
shunts it all back
yeah.
and makes it an open center.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll just confirm. If we can't use it, that's fine. The springs still work. They do the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's
Right.
let's get yours all back together with my center.
Thank you, Lucas. Greatly appreciate that.
you
We
get
can't let Luke and Ilya and all those blokes bloody towel me up any further.
No. But yeah, we'll get you going. I reckon we still run your. Oh, do we run your twisted axle or not? I reckon we just run your twisted axle because we're going to be pulling it all back out again.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can find another good axle.
Yeah.
To put into the fresh locker when we rebuild the locker.
So if I bust that axle, will that hurt your centre though?
It could do. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could do the same with the axle that I have there. Like because it's not locked, it's gonna, it's still an LSD, so it's still potentially going to be point loading when you're doing 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗟𝗘𝗏 or whatever.
Okay. So there's no crawling 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗕𝗏 though.
Well, if you do, at least you've got the status to say I've done it with an LSD and not a locker.
Yeah, true. Well, let's give it a red hot shot.
Righto. So that's
About the same as before.
yeah, it's about 0.018.
You reckon that's twisted from being unlocked, or you reckon it's been twisted from being locked?
Nah, unlocked. Oh, column A, column B.
So Lucas, what is this new gasket you're putting on?
Mate, you weren't meant to get this on camera, honestly.
Yeah, we're borrowing your centre. We just don't want it to leak oil, and we're going to be pulling it back out on Monday or whatever.
Yep.
Or Tuesday. So we're not going to go to the hassle of putting a new gasket on, are we? When we're going to rip it out again.
Nah, that's right. Nah.
So,
No, this will do the job, mate. And one of the biggest benefits of using this stuff,
yeah.
it's anti-mold.
That's the go.
Yeah, so
it's not, So can I wash? At least I can wash my hands. In it.
yeah, that's right.
It's not going to get mouldy. Jeez.
She's home.
And luckily you used the anti-mould silicone because it actually lubed the shreds there.
It did, actually. I can see the mould running in fear already.
Alright, there you go. So Lucas has asked me to throw the axles in, but I can't even see. Can I actually lower it down a bit, mate, so I can do that, or?
Oh,
Mate, Tyler, can you give me a hand, mate, and get that in?
It's a bit of work for me as well.
Just needed that extra bit of height.
You ready to go? So that your flange is for a 2.8, and they run a heap smaller flange than the 4.2s because it's a 4.2 tail shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So, what do you mean? That's a 2.8 centre.
yeah, it's out of a 2.8, so they run a smaller flange. So we're gonna have to pull the flange off yours and put it on mine. Nothing like brothers sharing flanges, is there?
You got a bigger hammer?
How do you feel about someone else hammering your flange?
I'm only hammering the flange.
Well, it's pretty go a bit harder than that. What do we what can we do makeshift wise?
It's coming.
Is it?
Yeah, the flange is coming. Oh, she's coming.
You got a consistent rhythm. Like when's it going to start going? Duk, 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 duk?
Oh.
Yes!
There's two left in it.
How did that feel?
Oh man, I'm pumped.
I can't straighten it. That's a Reuben, that's a Lucus.
Like it's just massive. The difference is huge. Like even the meat in it, like it's
Yeah.
you know.
Well, it just goes to show that you will be late in a 2.8.
They're trying to lighten everything they can so the 2.0s can spin it. So I noticed you got Dirty Life dynamic rims, mate, by Dynamic Rims. What do you think of these beadlocks?
Well, I love them actually. They're a cool looking wheel. And look, you know, I've had these tyres down very, very low doing beer o'clock.
Yep.
And all that sort of stuff. And the actual beadlock works exceptionally well, as you would know. And I went to chrome because I actually like the look of it a bit better than, everyone goes black or whatever else. I just wanted to spice it up a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, I really rate them. I run dynamic rims on all of our trucks here at the park. And I tell you what, the way and the design of this ring and the way the ring bites into the bead of the tyre,
yeah,
they're actually ribbed, similar to a corrugated roof, but much smaller.
Yeah.
They bite onto it like savage. But we're the same. I've had mine down to 4 pound, 4 psi. In sledgehammer and things like that, and they've never let us down. And if you have a look at ours, as much as the Mickey Thompson tyre on our rims protects that ring,
yeah,
it still cops an absolute hammering. Like there is big chunks out of the ring and everything else.
The tyres that soft, it's pushed right off the rim and it's practically driving on the beadlock itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's chunks out of the beadlock. But still, like all the bolts still come out nice and neat, and everything's, you know, it's all happy days. So yeah, really impressed. Highly recommend Dirty Life wheels by Dynamic Wheels.
Yeah, Dynamic Wheels have got dynamic wheels out now as well.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So no, they're awesome. Get yourself a set.
Just walked around the corner, and the smell that I got up my nostrils. I just had to tell Lucas how good it smelled. But it just wasn't Lucas; it was Tyler as well. So I've got 2 humans in my nostrils. Broke the diff on run. You busted it that day.
You're the one that lied to me. You said
What do
it
you
was
mean
fine.
lied? What do you mean it was fine?
I asked you if I broke anything. He's like, oh no, it's alright.
Well, that's what I thought until Lucas dobbed you in. Lucas has lent us the limited slip diff centre. We've put the twisted axle back in, and we're going to flog it for the next 3 days, and then hopefully the diff centre survives. Otherwise, you know, I owe Lucas a new set of 4/6 gears and a brand new ARB locker. Because to get a LSD centre like that again will be nil, null and void.
Oh, they're near impossible to get hold of. So if anyone's looking to get rid of 4/6 diff centres, give me a call at the park.
Or give me a call. Righto, mate, I can't thank you enough. It is 5 to midnight. You've absolutely smashed this out. We've hit some hurdles. You've pulled a diff centre off your shelf. You've smashed it in. You know, I can drive and like have so much fun over the next 3 days. Mate, I can't thank you enough.
Pleasure's ours, mate.
And Tyler, mate, you've just been toiling away there. Next time, can you let me help? Like, can you have the actual hoist down a bit lower so I can reach stuff?
I'll have to work on my knees, mate.
I don't know why I hang out with people who are way taller than me. I'm not that short. Come on.
No, it's awesome, man. I'm glad we had the parts to keep you alive and keep the, you know, keep the weekend going for you. That's what it's all about here.
Mate. Thank you.
And that's why we stock parts, is to, you know, so if you do break it on the first day, you can enjoy the rest of your days and still make it home. So.
Absolutely phenomenal. I don't think there's any other park out there like here, mate. So you're an absolute legend.
Thanks, man.
And that's it for this episode. A big shout out to Lucas from the Springs 4x4 Park in helping me sort out this unreal fix using all his spare parts to get the GU on the tracks. You're an absolute cracker of bloke, Lucas. Cheers, buddy. See you in the next episode, Dirty Mutters.
Well, I hope you liked that video. Make sure you hit subscribe or you're going to get bogged.